This is the PL-89 Quantum Gematriatic Thought Calendar. Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. And it was the third day of the week, Yom Shlishi. What's the Hebrew date again? Oh yeah, the 5th day of Kislev. 5786. The parsha of the week is Vayetze, and the Daf Yomi today is Zevachim 72. This is the Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar. It's a Gematria calendar that deals with the sun and the moon, solar and lunar, and on the solar calendar, which is November 25th, it's on 12. 12 is, it's always going to be the 25th day of any month is going to be right here. Okay? And this works in conjunction with another work that I have that you might see in my videos called the Infinity Pi Matrix. The Infinity Pi Matrix is a way of breaking up pi. And what's interesting is that today I got to 613 digits of pi, which if you start counting from the 3 and 3, 1, 4, you're going to get to a 5. But if you start counting from a 1, from the 1 after the decimal point, which many people do, you'll get to a 2. So that is 52. What's interesting about 52, aside from being the reverse of 25, is that 52 is 12 plus 40. And that is a rule in this calendar. It's called the plus 40 rule. And if you add 40 to any number, that number stays in that box. So 12 is like 52, is 92, 132, 172, etc. 2,012,000. Okay? So what I'm saying in effect is that when you get into the box, you're connecting it with this sort of quantum, like synchronicity kind of a thing, where you're noticing that other things that are happening are actually in alignment with the boxes that you move into. And I'm speculating it's an experimental work, but I'm speculating that many people can develop something like this, as long as you have a system that is predictable, and you keep count, and you reference everything into, this is like your stable center of gravity, I guess, if you will. And so basically that's one point where, like, when I look at 12, I'm looking at 52, I'm looking at 92. It's a rule in the PL-89. But if I'm looking at 52, it happens to be that I don't know how this works. I would like to explore the principles of some higher metaphysical mathematics, that it happens to be that whenever I started counting this other thing, they happen to converge today, right here. So based on these rules and based on the counting here. So you can look at, if anyone can do this, start counting from the first digit of pi and count 613 digits. All right, if you start from the 3, you'll come to a 5. If you start from the 1, you'll come to a 2. And I always factor those both in, so that spells out 52. So it happens to be that on this day that I got to 613, on my calendar, I'm also on 52. I didn't plan this at all. And it's not like it just happened today. This kind of thing happens every single day. So I'm reaching out. I know that people have contacted me about increasing my viewer audience, but I just trust that whoever needs to see this video, if they're supposed to see it, they'll see it. And if you do see it and you're interested in this kind of study, please reach out, contact me here on YouTube. But anyways, that's for the solar calendar. But for the lunar calendar, it was 17. So you do the same process. You do 17 plus 40, it's 57. There's 97. It's 137. 177. All right, so right now nothing is trending for that. But you can also do, 12 and 17. 17 and 12. Or you can do 17 plus 12, which would be 29. Which is fascinating because I started counting pi on the 29th day of September. And right above this 17 is a 29. So it's already starting to formulate a little bit more, interestingly, how these things are connected. Like I started September 29th, I started from the 300 digits of pi. And you could ask, well, why didn't you start from the beginning? I don't know. It just intuitively came to me, which suggests that if it's intuitive, it's coming from a higher intelligence. Because why would I choose 300 on the 29th? See what I mean? So that's basically the PL-89, a little bit what it's about. So just again, today for Kislev 5, it would be box 17, which the coordinates are C5. And on the solar calendar, that's the lunar calendar. And on the solar calendar, it would be A4 and it would be 12.